Hi, welcome to BONITA'S Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Today we're excited to share with you this tasty batch of cake pops. Now there's only a few simple ingredients into this and there's a little twist. For those of you that have made these before, I'm going to explain that as we go. And if this interests you, let's get started.
Always an open door. BONITA'S Kitchen to yours. BONITA'S Kitchen.
Now what I got here is my glass bowl and a saucepan with some water in the bottom, and this is going to be used for what they call a double boiler to melt these semi-chocolate chips. And these semi-chocolate chips is 300 grams, and you could use more if you want, 2 cups, 3 cups, whatever. It all depends on how many of these cake pops you're going to make. I'm going to put this on my stovetop. We'll deal with this a little later, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Now what I got here is a thawed out piece of cherry cake that I had in the freezer for Christmas, and now we're making these cake pops. And it's a long ways out of the way, but this is what you can do. You could make these cake pops with leftover cake that you had frozen from Christmas, Valentine's, Halloween, doesn't matter. You may have a banana loaf or a pound cake, or you could make a cake specially for this and let it cool down. But what we're going to do today is with this stale cake, and then we're going to make a cream cheese icing, and I will start with blending up this cake. So pretty much all I'm doing is breaking off chunks, putting it down into my mixer here, it's a chopper, just to chop up these into small little pieces so we can get started on making these. So now pretty much that's all you need to do there, is cut it up in small little pieces like this and then toss it into a bowl. Now all you need for this recipe is about 4 cups. You could make more if you want to. Of course you can have as much as you like. If you got someone called Raymond in your family, you would want to make more. So this is pretty much what it's going to look like, little pieces. But in this there is got chopped up cherries, it's got that beautiful flavor of cake.
What I was going to say, Bonita, like, you know, you got to admit, more is better than less.
Oh, well, not always, Raymond, you know. Just look at those cherries in there. So now that's going to be the highlight of these little cake pops for me. So now this is the last of that cake. So now this is leftover cherry cake. You could do leftover birthday cake. Like I was saying, you could make a cake mix cake and then let it come to room temperature and then grate it up like this. Whichever works for you, of course. So now I'm going to take this to my counter. So now we got those grated up. What we're going to do now is make our cream cheese frosting or cream cheese icing. It doesn't matter. And if you don't want to use that, or you don't want to go to all of that work, you can buy a container of already made frosting, because that's all you need. You only need about a cup and a half for this, so or even 2 cups depending on how many you want to make. So we got a half a block of cream cheese and about a quarter of a block of the hard butter, or you could use margarine. So now come in closer, we're going to get this mixed together. So now I'll just get mixing this together with 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, and 1 teaspoonful of vanilla. So I'm going to toss in the vanilla and gradually toss in the confectioner's sugar so it don't go over, Raymond. We'll be nice to him for sure.
You're so good.
Right?
Yeah.
So pretty much that's all you need to do there. This is a quick and a very delicious icing, and I use it on a lot of my cakes and such. Now I'm going to put that to the side. So now all I need, so about 4 cups of the grated up stale cake, whatever kind you want to use. Mine is cherry cake here today. And about 1 cup of this. So I'm going to scoop off about 1 cup. If I need a little bit more, I'll use it, but I like to keep a little bit of that icing, and I'm going to show you that. So now pretty much what I'm going to do here first, of course this looks about 2 cups there, so I'm going to take off a big old chunk here, put that in that little bowl, and I'm going to leave that amount there. I'll add some more if I need it, but pretty much all we're going to do now is start putting the cake into the bowl, and I'm going to use my blender to blend it all through. So now we're not going to over mix this. This is just to blend it through, and then I'll gradually scoop some into it just to get it all in there, and then I'll show you that. So that's that much. Now I'm going to toss this in some more and turn on my blender. So now I'm just going to toss in just another little bit of that icing, just to make sure. I don't want it too dry. I want it nice so I can form it into a ball and mix that through. Now, that's all we need to do there. So, this is where the fun part comes in, because I would say if you want to, you can get your kids or your grandkids to help you with this part. Now, this will be nice for a special occasion. Also, if you wanted to make it for a birthday, and use your leftover cake from something else to make it for a birthday party. Well, how cool is that? So you're not wasting nothing.
If you're lucky enough to have leftover.
Or, well, you won't have leftover for sauce. Imagine you had 2 kids that's almost to one age, and the birthdays is like a week or so apart, and you got some of their cake to make the other one's cake. Now, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
brilliant.
smart. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about how we're going to put this together. Wanted to clean up after that because I made quite a mess. Now, like I said, this is the cool part. You can get somebody to help you. We can even get Raymond to help us, and maybe
I promise I won't sample.
He won't sample. You know he won't. This is just a little plastic pipette bag. I got some of that icing. You know, that could be for garnish if you wanted to use it, if you got some left over. Now, what I got here is a pair of gloves. So I'm going to make these while wearing these gloves because this is messy. So I'm going to grab a plate, we'll get these rolled, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like and what we got to do next. So pretty much now, I'm going to leave you to decide what size of these little cake pops you want. I just got a teaspoonful here and I'm going to scoop it onto my hand and make it about this size. And if you don't want it that size and you want it a little bit bigger so you'd be more generous, probably a tablespoonful, and make it this size, and just put it onto a plate with some parchment paper and keep doing that until they're all made, and then put them in the fridge and let them cool down for about an hour. That's if you need to. If they're firm enough when you do that and you know that they're not going to fall apart or anything when you dip it into the chocolate, you could use dark chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate, or white chocolate, whichever one works best for you. Again, depending on the size that you want these cake pops would be the amount you would get at the end. So I can't really tell you because again you might want to do a teaspoonful, you might want to do a tablespoonful, or even bigger than that again, because you know they are delicious. And you know, if you're having this for a birthday party, one of these will probably be about the size as a piece of cake anyway. So it's a win-win for you and your guests. So when they chill in the fridge, that's when you'd start doing the double boiler for your chocolate chips to melt. And because you don't want them melting and waiting in the pot, because it'll start to harden and then you're not going to be able to dip it. So, and you can also use the microwave to melt the chocolate, but I like to do it in the double boiler because it's, I guess, melting it slower and not making it firm up quicker. So I'm gonna let these sit for a few minutes and then we'll get over to the stovetop. Hi, Bonita here. If you're looking for ways to support Bonita's Kitchen channel while shopping on Amazon, don't forget to stop by to our new Amazon storefront to buy some kitchen gadgets or some things for your kitchen. So now, back to our video. So now on a medium stovetop heat, put your bowl on top of the boiler and let it steam like this. You don't need to keep stirring it while it's melting because you don't want to mix it that it's going to set or firm up. So we're just going to let it melt down. I'll show you the stage when it's ready for dipping. And that, and like you said, that could take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes depending on if the water is hot when you start, or you know, if it's starting to melt. But when you see it starting to melt, as you can see there, they're only just at the beginning stages, and I'll show you the end stage when it's done. Now this is pretty much where we need it for the dipping stage. Still a few more chocolate chips in there, that's all. I'm going to turn off the stove top here now at this point and just let it simmer in that water, and I'm going to reach for about 4 of those cake pops to dip it because the others is not set yet, and I'll show you what that looks like, and then I'll show you the ones we got done here in advance. So now I'm going to reach for these ears. These 4 I had just put in the cooler to set a little bit faster than the other ones. So you're just going to roll it around in there, not having that spoon in your way, and just put it down onto the parchment paper. I'll flip that one over there now in a second. And not much room here for me, the boiler, and
me and the camera.
My cameraman, yes. So you're getting the gist of this. Dip it quick, but only do them so many at a time, because if you wanted to roll them in some coconut, or you want some sprinkles, candies, you want to do that while they're like this, because you don't want for them to harden quick. So,
jazz them up any way you want to.
Exactly. So we'll go to the countertop now and we'll get jazzing them up, eh, Raymond?
And no,
they're hot. So you get your little paws out of there. Oh my! Can't give you the easy way or the hard way to do this. Just do it quick, get it done, and that's it. So if you want to have one person on the coconut, no, Raymond, you can't have this, so don't reach and you're gonna burn your paws. We will not take any responsibility
for your. I was just going to come in and help you, but.
Oh, okay. You help me with a couple of more here now in a second, because these are starting to set, and I'm not going to be able to show my trusty viewers there to believe me that it actually is a workable recipe. So as you can see, I'm going to do 2 coconuts because I love coconut. But I mean, like you said, if you got your kids working on it with you, give them some gloves, get in there and just, I just got to toss this around there, guys. Excuse my fingers, they're clean. And just put them around like that, take them out. These are hardening quicker than I thought they were, but again, get them jazzed up. I'm going to show you the ones we got down here in advance, and me and Raymond is going to get working on those leftover ones. So now what we got here in front of us is a grapefruit. I got the bottom cut off, put into the middle. You can discard this here. And what I'm going to attempt, this is to be jazzy here now, so that we're getting ready for a party and such. So this one that I got done here is with is almost like a rainbow chocolate that I got on a bargain one day, and I kept it there for a special occasion, and I guess today is that special occasion. I'm just going to put a toothpick in my pop like this and keep sticking it. Now you can keep sticking the toothpick in there. You can do these while they're hot, and while the well, they're like this. I'll get it out. And that way you can put in a proper popsicle pop in there. Well, Raymond said do the popsicle ones to try that, but I think you can get actually the cake pop sticks. So you pretty much just go around like this, putting these pops on there. I'm hoping
That's fancy looking, isn't it?
I know. I'm hoping it's going to stay, Raymond. I'm
Can
not
you picture
certain.
you had grandkids, not like children, like oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they'll love this. This is just a little, you know, to put in the center of the table so that they can have, without breaking them, of course. Put a few around the sides, like that, just to dress it up. So this is the ones we've done in advance. Got them set in the fridge, and keep them in the fridge so that they'll keep the chocolate out, of course. And then over here is that little bit of icing that I kept. I'm just going to take some of that off. And if you want to, well, you could put happy birthday on all of it, spell out the words, or just put a little tiny bit of icing just to garnish it up like this, just to have it there. And that's all you need to do there. So nice, eh?
I tell you, it's colourful.
Isn't it? It's
Sure.
colourful, yeah. And we can do the same over here with these, Raymond. Just
Yeah.
put a little bit of icing on it just to jazz them up there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Looks
that's
good.
it. As good as it gets. So now we got the other ones done. Or on a better note, would say Raymond kind of helped with it a little tiny bit. So
Thank you.
in between here now, cleaning up and showing this. They're messy, trying to get it done. So if you got the proper tools to twist them around in the chocolate, that'll work. Or you can just get right in there with a spoon and put on some of those disposable gloves. This is it. It's as good as it gets. Used with or made with leftover cake or cake that you had frozen, it doesn't matter. Or if you want to make it fresh and then let it come to room temperature and then let it grate up like that and do it, that's fine too. 2 thumbs up. I'm going to have a little taste and I can't wait for you guys to make it. I'm going to take the one with the coconut, Raymond, because that is my favorite. Oh my gosh. Drop the cake pop. Delicious.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up. Oh my gosh. Well, for me, I'm using my leftover cherry cake. So that's knife down, fork down, spoon down. Delicious anyway. But dipped in chocolate, topped with coconut. That is a dream, and I would say a dessert made in heaven. I'm gonna have a little taste of my water.
I'm gonna have fun trying to figure out which one is my favorite.
You are going to sample one, Raymond, because we got to gift these up and give it to people for a special occasion or a special day for them. Just give them just because. So that's it, as good as it gets. Yum. Raymond is telling me he got the kettle on, so that's good because I'm going to need a cup of tea and at least finish this one and maybe take on one more.
Try one more.
Try one
yes.
more, different flavour. Again, use white chocolate, use whatever chocolate you enjoy eating, dark chocolate, etc. The recipe is going to be in under this video. When you open the link, it'll pop down. If you can't find it there, send me a message at bonita'skitchen@gmail.com or our Facebook page or pop by to our website www.bonita'skitchen.com. I guess Raymond haven't stole one yet, so he's going to get in here and have a little taste and help me clean up this mess. We are so glad you popped by here today. We want to do a big shout out as well to our paid members that's having an early view of our videos each week. We thank you for that, and we also thank all of our subscribers for stopping by every day or every week, I should say, seeing our new recipe and checking out old ones. We appreciate every one of you, and we can't thank you enough from the bottom of our hearts. Also, new subscribers, we welcome. And we also enjoy when you put a comment down below telling us what you think of our recipe or any of our recipes. So again, I don't want to take any more of your time. We surely know it's precious. So on behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team, and from our kitchen to yours,
You have a wonderful day. Toodaloo.
Join us by the sea. A journey in culinary. Always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen to yours.
And don't forget to join us again on Bonita's Kitchen.
That's Bonita's Kitchen.